You crunch and then you go back. Like, I don't know how to explain it. My choker just choked me. Hey guys, what's up? Before I get into this video, I just want to give a disclaimer that I'm working on 3 hours of sleep and I'm really preoccupied with school and like, I don't know. I usually like to get my videos filmed like a week before I post them, but today's Wednesday and then I have to post it on Friday and I don't know. You know, I am kind of stressed with school, but at the same time, I feel like I'm numb. Do you ever get like that with work and like you have so much to do that you kind of just get on with it? That's kind of where I'm at, but that being said, my headspace, I'm not completely on today, but I need to film this video. I'm gonna film this video. Even if it's a little messy, you're just gonna have to get used to it. Today's video is just gonna be a chit-chatty video. I just wanna talk about specifically getting your invert and generally just, I guess, applying it to, I don't know, struggles in pole dancing. I feel like we all have different struggles in pole dancing. Some people get their inverts really quickly. Some people struggle a lot. I know I personally struggled a lot with getting it, like a lot. So I got inspired to make this video because someone commented on a video of mine on, you know, how you get your invert. I always seem to jump, is I think this person said, and that is a classic. First of all, classic jumping into your invert. Like, I feel like everyone does that when they first start. Like, I don't know, it looks very ungraceful and it is kind of a trap, to be honest. I feel like we get so eager, we really want to get it, we just want to be upside down, we just want to do all these cool moves, and so you kind of jump over the tedious process of like learning the proper invert. I know that I did that for the longest time until I had an instructor that was very on me. She was like, you need to like not jump, and she was very observant of everyone that they didn't jump into their invert, because if you just jump into it, you're not using your muscles, and so you're not actually building the strength and technique. So I forgot to give a disclaimer that this is just my experience. I'm not a professional, I don't teach pole dancing, I don't have any sort of physical education. This is just me sharing my own tips that I felt like helped in my experience, and hopefully that can help with your experience in getting better pole dancing. So yeah, that's the biggest tip, the one about not jumping into it. I would advise getting an instructor that's very strict on it, because that really helped me, because she would point it out every time. Every time I jump into it, she'd be like, no, you can't jump, you gotta like, even if you're just crunching, I know it's sad, I know you want to get properly upside down, but even if you're just crunching, that's gonna build, like, you know, crunching, like you have the pole here and then you like put your knees up. That's better than jumping into it, because you're actually gonna build some strength. And then another tip I have when it comes to technique is to think of yourself as like a rocking chair, because I think what happens often is that you kind of jump, when you're first starting pole dancing, it's kind of scary to be going upside down. I remember how scary it used to be. Now I'm just like, I don't give a shit. Like and so your instinct is to keep holding onto the pole and like, you know, just kind of crunch and stay in that position. And I think that the thing with inverting is that it's like, it's a push and pull mechanism, I think is the correct thing of saying. So you're like crunching, but then you're also leaning back. So I like to think of myself as a rocking chair. Like, I'll actually insert a little video here, probably filmed at the pole dancing studio I go to, the Playroom. Yeah, because we're supposed to reference the studio if we use video clips from it. The Playroom Oslo. But yeah, so as you can see in this video, and I'm gonna try to demonstrate at the same time, is you jump, or not jump, you don't jump. You crunch, and then you go back. So it's like, it's kind of like a rocking chair. Like, I don't know how to explain it. My choker just choked me. Choke me, choker. Just kidding. God, okay. Do I not get out much? Yes, I don't. I don't have a social life, or yeah. Only thing I do is I work out, pole dance, and school. So just think of yourself as a rocking chair. I feel like that kind of helped, because it's so easy to just hold on to the pole for dear life, especially if you're first inverting, you're kind of a beginner in pole dancing. So just to illustrate a bit better, I mean that some people, when they first invert, they kind of just stop in this area. So they crunch their arms and they don't end up extending their arms and leaning their weight backwards like this. Just remember that it's a push and pull mechanism. You're not always gonna be like super tense. You kind of tense up and then you let go and like, you know, lean back. And another tip in that regard is to do it backwards. Like, usually you have the mirror in front of you, but have the mirror behind you so that when you're upside down, you're like looking in the mirror behind you, because then that gives you a goal to lean back. So your goal is basically just check yourself out in the mirror, like, you know, see if you're looking fine, and, you know, so, you know, do the rocking chair motion and look back and have that as a goal to see yourself in the mirror, because then it'll help you not stay crunched up in that position and hopefully get your invert. Like, because a lot of it is technique. It's not just strength, you know, core strength, it is technique and just kind of, yeah, learning to flow, learning to push and pull mechanism of the invert, if that made any sense. And then I also want to cover some mental stuff. I think one thing that's important when it comes to pole dancing in general is to realize, first of all, everyone has their struggles. For example, for me, it was my invert and my inside leg hang. Still, I hate it. It hurts like a... Everyone has their struggles. You're not going to be perfect at everything. Also, it's not a competition. I know I'm guilty of this myself. I'm bad at training my bad side because I don't want to do my bad side because I'm so bad on my bad side. And it's like I almost feel like I gotta do good in front of my instructor. Like, it's not a competition. Like, I need to work on that myself. You need to not... No one cares if you're doing it well or not. I mean, they do. The instructor obviously wants you to do well, but I mean, for example, me with my bad side, I need to train my bad side more and not care that I'm not doing it well. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that made any sense. But yeah, so it's not a competition. Don't take it too seriously. You'll get there eventually. And coming from someone who is like the queen of injuries, I'm gonna get to that in another video. I think I may have gotten another injury. Take it slow, you're gonna get there. It's not a race. It's better to get the proper technique than to jump into it, like literally jump into it. And yeah, I guess that's the end of this video. It was really short, which is kind of good because I don't have much time to edit it. But I hope you guys found this useful. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. A lot of you guys aren't subscribed and it really does help me out, and it doesn't really do much for you other than pressing a button. So, you know, press it. Pressing buttons is fun. Also, if you have any suggestions for more pole dancing videos you want to see, please let me know in the comments down below. Hopefully for my next video, my brain will function. And at the end here, I just want to remind you guys to always be the light you guys want to see in the world. Don't let anyone ever tell you guys that you can't do something positive for the world, because you can. Bye guys.